Rome, the eternal city, a civilization of unmatched grandeur, epic battles, and a god of door hinges. Yes, you heard that right. Forget the mighty Jupiter. This is the world of weird Roman gods, from the goddess of sewers keeping the city clean to the god of manure. Step into the strangest corner of Roman mythology and meet the gods you didn't know you needed until now. Let's uncover the strangest pantheon in history. Number 1. Meet Fabulinus, one of the most endearing yet overlooked gods of ancient Rome. His role? Guiding a child to utter their very first word. Yes, Fabulinus was the god of first speech, and in a world where every milestone had divine significance, his presence was a blessing to Roman families. His name comes from the Latin fabula, meaning story or speech. Parents would invoke Fabulinus through quiet prayers, offering small gifts to ensure their child's speech came smoothly and with joy. Number 2. Cloacina, the goddess of the sewers, a protector of sanitation and a symbol of purity, was the one who kept the city clean. The name Cloacina is derived from the Latin word cloaca, meaning sewer. She was the divine guardian of the Cloaca Maxima, one of Rome's greatest engineering feats. While her domain may seem mundane, her role was anything but. She safeguarded the health of the people by ensuring waste flowed smoothly out of the eternal city. Her temple, built near the Roman Forum, became a place for prayers and offerings, where Romans sought her blessing for cleanliness, both physical and spiritual. Though often overlooked in the pantheon of Roman gods, Cloacina represents a simple yet profound truth: that civilization depends not just on mighty heroes and gods of war, but on the unseen forces that keep daily life flowing. Number 3. Next is Devera, the Roman goddess you've likely never heard of, yet her influence was felt in every household. She was the protector of cleanliness, the guardian of brooms, and a symbol of purification. Devera wasn't just about sweeping away dirt. Her role was far deeper. Romans believed she had the power to ward off evil spirits and cleanse spaces of negative energies. Her name comes from the Latin devero, meaning to sweep away, embodying her divine duty to purify and protect. Before welcoming a new life, Roman midwives would sweep the floors and doorways, calling upon Devera to ensure the space was free of harm and spiritual impurity. In this quiet act of sweeping, the Romans found something divine. Number 4. Among the Roman gods, there's one whose name alone might make you chuckle: Sterculius, the god of manure and soil fertility. This divine figure was worshipped for something most of us would prefer to ignore. But before we laugh him off, remember, for the Romans, manure wasn't just waste. It was the secret to their agricultural success. He took what was discarded and turned it into life-sustaining abundance. His blessings ensured that fields yielded rich harvests, making him a key figure in the Roman agricultural cycle. Unlike the mighty Jupiter or the warlike Mars, Sterculius wasn't about grandeur or glory. He represented the quiet, unglamorous labor that kept Rome fed, a god of the earth's most essential processes. Number 5. Guarding every threshold, protecting every doorway, meet Cardea, the Roman goddess of hinges. Cardea wasn't just a goddess of hardware. She symbolized the sacred boundary between inside and outside, safety and danger, the known and the unknown. Her role was to protect the home and its inhabitants from harm, both physical and spiritual. To the Romans, the hinge was more than a tool. It was a metaphor for stability, order, and balance. Every hinge, every doorway was sacred to her. And while her presence was subtle, her importance was undeniable. In a world of chaos, Cardea stood for the order and safety of home. Number 6. Volupia, the Roman goddess of pleasure and indulgence, is a deity who made sure that life's most delightful moments were given divine favor. For Volupia, no joy was too small or too fleeting. She presided over the pleasures of the senses, fine food, luxurious wine, the warmth of companionship, and the allure of music and dance. In Roman society, Volupia was honored at feasts and festivals, where revelers would call upon her for a night of indulgence. Offerings of sweet wine, fruits, and spices were left at her temple, asking for her blessing on the pleasures to come. Volupia reminds us that the most precious moments of life are often the briefest. Number 7. Hidden among the more celebrated Roman deities is Mephitis, the goddess of foul vapors and noxious gases. To the Romans, Mephitis was a force to be respected and feared. She was worshipped near volcanic vents, swamps, and natural springs, places where the earth exhaled its toxic breath. These vapors were seen as both a danger and a connection to the underworld. The fumes she ruled over were believed to carry sickness, yet they also symbolized the thin line between the living and the dead. Her presence wasn't confined to physical vapors. Mephitis was also invoked during times of plague, when invisible dangers swept through the air. She was both a warning and a protector, worshipped to stave off disease and to understand the unseen forces that shaped life. Number 8. Bonadea, the good goddess, a protector of women, fertility, and healing, is shrouded in mystery, her rites veiled from the eyes of men. Bonadea's worship was exclusively for women. Her rites were performed in private ceremonies, far from the gaze of men. Even her name was considered too sacred to be spoken aloud during these rituals, which celebrated fertility, healing, and the sacred bond between women. Her symbols were deeply tied to her domain. The snake, representing renewal and healing, and medicinal plants, reflecting her role as a bringer of health and vitality. Her rituals united women in shared strength, away from the patriarchal gaze of Roman society. Though her secrets remain hidden, her legacy shines as a testament to the divine strength of women. The Roman Pantheon was more than a collection of mighty gods and epic tales. It was a reflection of life itself, its chaos, its beauty, its humor, and its mystery. These deities, though often forgotten, remind us that the divine can be found in the smallest acts, the strangest places, and the quiet moments of our lives. They ruled not just over grand affairs, but the everyday moments that sustain us. So as we step away from the ancient world, let us carry with us the lessons of these deities.